Hi everyone, it's CDLE. Welcome to Live Wire, our podcast where we are building community across our agency. There's so much great work happening in CDLE's divisions, offices, and affinity groups, and this is where we'll be showcasing the impact each of you have on Coloradans we serve. This podcast series is brought to you by the creative team in the Office of Government Policy and Public Relations with our host, Deputy Executive Director and Chief Communications Officer, Ms. Cher, Haavind.
Welcome back to Livewire. It's Workforce Development Month. It's also football season, but more importantly, it's Workforce Development Month is September in Colorado. The governor declares it so, and gosh, I think he has done this for as long as I can remember. The governor has issued a proclamation. And Joe, I know this month is important to you as Executive Director, and Kelly, in your role as Director of Employment and Training, because this really recognizes the foundation of what the department does, which is we keep Colorado working. And we'll get into a little bit about Kelly's role with the Director of Employment and Training. Joe, it's been a bit since you've been on Livewire, but I think it was Workforce Development Month maybe a couple of years ago. And we've expanded our, portfolio of services so much since you started almost 8 years ago.
Pretty close.
Gosh, we're really touching all four corners across the state, providing services to job seekers and employers, certainly within the workforce space, but the benefits we provide to workers when they're injured or out of work or need to care for a family member, all of the employer outreach and support and assistance we provide is really focused on keeping Colorado working. So I'm excited to have you both here. Kelly Folks, Director of the Division of Employment and Training. Of course, Joe, the Executive Director of the department. So we're just going to get right into it. First of all, Joe, as I mentioned, we do this every year. We recognize all of our staff and our employer partners and really the field staff who are the boots on the ground providing the services. I would say, what's the one thing you want folks to know about Workforce Development Month and really our critical role to help our state's economy prosper?
Thank you, Cher. I think it's important to make sure that the public knows that the workforce development system is really an ecosystem that takes a whole lot of partnerships. And CDLE's role in that is to make sure those partnerships are communicating, resourced, and serving both the supply and demand side of that ecosystem. So we have a role in making sure that we listen to business and industry and that we work with training and education providers to make sure that that supply side has the skills, competencies to meet business and industry's needs. And so we need to make sure there's a balance to make sure that when the economy's thriving, that workers have access to skills that potential workers have. When there's a downturn in the economy, that we make sure that employers that maybe have to dislocate workers have access to resources to keep those workers with partial wage replacement benefits, but also the workers as they're trying to upskill, reskill, and next skill can get those skills so that they can compete for jobs that may be available in the economy. So I think that's the important part, that people know that the public workforce system takes a lot of maintenance effort and funding and resources, but we're available to both business and industry, but also to learners and earners, job seekers anytime, not just the month of September, but year round.
Year round, and also all kinds of job seekers. So, for example, yesterday we had the Governor's Summer Job Hunt celebration. We've done that for many years as well, where we recognize youth and the employers who hire them. So, Kelly, thanks to your team for putting that together. And Joe for being there. We had the governor there. I do think it's great. The governor really does recognize, I think, the work that we're doing at the department, and it's critical as to really moving the state's economy forward. So Kelly, Employment and Training had some exciting accomplishments over the last year. Most notably, you deployed a new modernized Connecting Colorado system. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, yay. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you. We're really excited. I think there's a lot of new features in the new Connecting Colorado system that we didn't have in our old system. One of those is the skills-based matching for job seekers. And so that goes along with the governor's wildly important goals, right, of trying to upskill, reskill, and next skill folks. And so The skills matching is opportunities connected with what we call the career navigator, where it really looks at how to match the skills and not just education, right? For the folks moving forward that go in the system. And on the employer side with that, what's exciting is that it also helps them to skills match. So it's really driving forward skills-based hiring in Colorado. And then one other really cool feature, which is AI generated, is the resume coach. And so ultimately in the new system, any job seeker can go in and based on their skills, it will automate a resume for them moving forward. So we're really excited of some of those new features.
And that was a labor of love for sure. And I think the previous Connecting Colorado was around a couple decades old, if I'm not mistaken.
25 years old.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it really was a team effort. It was the ENT team, the workforce directors at the local level, statewide network of workforce folks providing input into the design and testing of the system. So that's a major accomplishment. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're excited.
It's awesome. Well, speaking of new and improved, another milestone that we accomplished this year, and I think Joe and I and Kelly as well, cannot believe we finally got here. We were able to create some consensus around who are we as a workforce system. And that goes from what does the logo convey, and is it a logo we can all embrace? And so everyone knows Colorado's workforce system is a partnership of state and county-run workforce regions. And that's amazing, that partnership that we've created. But it's a lot of opinions to be able to get together and let's move in the same direction. And hallelujah, we got it done. So I am so excited to share the new
Yay!
Workforce Colorado name and brand. Let's do it again.
A true labor of love.
It
Definitely.
had a party in the celebration, Taylor Swift style, because nobody saw the podcast. This really was, talk about labor of love. This was rough. And not because the partners don't believe in what we do as a system. It's just a lot of stakeholding that we had to do to get here. Joe, any thoughts about all the work that we did collectively toward this?
You know, I think it comes at a pivotal time in the perception of public involvement in human capital development. You know, there's a lot of talk about the disruption, the uncertainty of where we are in the economy and the country. And so I think the role that government, especially the Department of Labor, plays in helping keeping Coloradans working and the economy thriving is important to people recognizing what the Department of Labor's role is. And so Workforce Colorado really paints a really broad stroke on our role in helping business and industry thrive, but also workers move through this age of disruption. And there's a lot of talk about, how is artificial intelligence, AI, going to impact the worker and business and industry? And there's no doubt it's going to. But I think it really emphasized Workforce Colorado and our role as a department on human intelligence, what I like to call HI. And I think that's going to drive our work in the future, human intelligence. And that's what our work is as a department and as local Workforce Colorado agencies, is how do we work with the human aspect of work and making sure that we have the tools, resources to make sure that they thrive alongside artificial intelligence. So I think it's going to be really pivotal for us to move forward with momentum on how we make sure that human resources, human talent, human skills are emphasized as we work alongside that huge movement with artificial intelligence and generative AI in the future.
Thank you for that. I know you talk about HI and you are the chair of the National Association of State Workforce Agencies. And I know many times when you're speaking with your peers across the country, that's a topic that's always ripe for discussion. How are we responding to, but not feeling we're playing catch up to what's happening with AI? And I think a brand new look to our system. So if folks, we don't have the before picture, but for as long as Connecting Colorado, to my knowledge, has been around, we've had a black and red logo that some folks embraced and some folks went their own way. And what we're really excited about is even our county partners who really like this now will be able to co-brand at the county level. And also, I need to recognize Oscar on the GPPR. He's hiding somewhere back there. He's a creative director here at the department. He leads an amazing team of graphic and web designers. He will never take credit that he deserves, but he has done an amazing job building this brand with his team, supporting the brand, rolling out the brand, really modifying it to, the satisfaction of all of our stakeholders. So Oscar and your team, you've done an amazing job. We're very excited. So coming to a workforce center near you, our new look and identity. Kelly, before we go to our very excited rapid fire section, anything you'd like to say about your work, the work of your team, or even our recent projects that we've accomplished that's been a long time coming?
Yeah, I think, really being able to unveil Workforce Colorado in Workforce Development Month, along with a new modernized system, is so imperative to being able to move the system forward. I don't think, we've always said in workforce development, I think I've been in it over 25 years, we've always said in workforce development, we're the best kept secret. And we're really trying to work in partnership with GPPR, so thank you very much for all your team's work in really trying to show the value out of the public workforce system in Colorado and all of the great services that they provide. I think we don't want to be that best kept secret anymore. We want to be able to show all of the opportunities that are out there for job seekers, free services, to be able to upskill, reskill, and next skill. And also for our business and industry, all of the opportunities that we have to be able to match the talent in Colorado with the business and industry needs and to fill those gaps. And so we're really excited about a lot of the work that's going on in Colorado to be able to support that and to support that through our local workforce system.
For sure. Well, thank you for all you do for your leadership. Joe, thank you for your leadership. I know you both also came from the local level and know how hard it is to be unique in your service delivery, but also be one of a network and an ecosystem, as Joe says. And I think what we've accomplished this year is amazing. And I'm so proud to be a part of it. And thank you for all that you do.
Excellent.
Okay, we are moving into our very exciting, Kelly said I didn't get the rapid fire questions. That's why it's rapid fire. Okay, so I'm just going to throw one out and I'm going to maybe alternate, maybe put you on the spot, but I'll let you know who's on deck. So first, what's your guilty pleasure, Kelly?
My guilty pleasure? Probably binging on Netflix. Whatever series my kids tell me is a good one.
Yeah. Joe, last thing you cooked?
Chicken enchiladas.
Joe, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A dentist.
Oh, I never knew that.
I actually know that.
I didn't know that.
Only because of the Durango visit.
Let's see. This is good for Kelly. So given your response to the other question, what's the last TV show you binged?
I can't even remember. It was last weekend because I actually tried not to work. Something with the Walters or something. I don't remember the name, sorry.
And Joe, I don't know if you are a Swiftie. We know the governor is, of course, but are you more of a showgirl or a tortured poet?
I am not a Swiftie, so I don't know what the question is.
Okay. He's got some... The governor would be very disappointed to hear this.
You could ask Scott, because he probably would know, but
Okay.
I'm totally not a Swiftie.
Kelly, what's your favorite fall activity in Colorado?
Football.
Yay. Go Broncos.
Go
Go
Buffs.
Broncos.
Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.
Yeah. Joe, if you could be any fictional character for a day, who would you choose?
The Mandalorian.
Okay. Joe has good answers today. Kelly, do you have any irrational phobias?
Snakes, probably.
Oh, that's pretty rational, though.
Yeah, I don't know what would be a
That's a good
rational
phobia, though. Let's see. Joe, if your pet could talk, what juicy secrets would they spill about you?
I like those for him.
That I love to cuddle.
That you wanted to be a dentist.
That didn't last very long.
Let's see. Kelly, if you could be an expert at one new professional skill today, what would it be and why?
Oh, I don't know. Probably better public speaker.
Oh, you're pretty good at that. That's a tough skill.
I'm working on it.
I'm actually going to send that to Joe as well. If you could be an expert at one new professional skill today, what would it be and why?
Professional skill?
Or any skill. It could be banjo playing or...
I would say probably a creative artist.
You're pretty creative, though.
Need to get better at it.
Yeah, different mediums.
Yeah.
That's it. That was easy.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. And that is a wrap for Livewire for Workforce Development Month. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Kelly, for being here. Thank you.
Great job, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning into Livewire. Thanks for being here. And we'll see everybody next time. See you. Take care.
Wasn't done, and you.
Oh, I think we were still filming.
I think that was fine.
No, it's good. You ad-libbed very well.
Good job.
Couldn't really put it.